Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to 100 incredibly interesting geography facts. I'll be real, this is a very long video, so I'm just going to jump straight into this. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you're having a good day today, or you've had a good day, or you've got a good day coming up, if this is the morning that you're watching this. And yeah, let's just check out these interesting geography facts. 30 minutes is a long video for a fact-based geography video, but I do enjoy geography facts, so yeah, let's check it out.
There are many different subtopics within geography, ranging from human to physical to political. At the time of making this video, there are 193 UN countries, plus 2 observer states, which in total accounts for just over 8.1 billion people. So in this video, we're going to give you 100 interesting and intriguing geography related facts about cities, countries and people from around the world. And as we're giving you 100, that's 1 per 81 million people, which is about the same population as South Africa and Romania combined.
Damn.
But anyway, enough rambling. Let's kick off this video with fact number 1. The population of the world's islands is around 730 million, around 9%.
So Australia, England, Scotland, Wales, I guess Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland. What other big islands are there? Japan. He's probably going to say
% of the world's total population. If your geography is pretty good, you'll know that Java is the world's most populated island. But what about the second most populated? Well, that would be Honshu of Japan with 102 million.
Oh, damn.
Number 2. Across the world, there are 7 countries with the stan suffix, meaning their name ends with these 4 letters. All 7 of these countries are found in Central/South Asia. Number 3.
Bordering each
with
other as well.
97.3% of its land being covered in forest, Suriname is the world's most forested country with this regard. When it comes to the country with the most forest in total, that would be Russia, with around 8 million kilometers squared of forest. Number 4. By metro population, the world's 4 most populated cities are all capital cities in Asia, being Tokyo, Jakarta, Delhi and Seoul, with 37.2, 33.4, 29 and 25.5 million people respectively.
Crazy.
Number 5. The average life expectancy for
it's kind of mad, right? Because Tokyo is such a highly populated city, but it's so well kept. I feel like Tokyo, it's from what I'm picturing, it's so clean. They maintain it so well, which is crazy to think because it's such a massive city.
Respectively. Number 5. The average life expectancy for a human is 73.3 years. This number has increased significantly over the decades. In 1950, it was just 46 years. Number 6. Although the largest island country on Earth, Indonesia only has 17,500 islands, which of course is a lot. However, it is only 6.5% of the amount of the country who has the most, which is Sweden with 267,000. Number 7. The newest capital city on Earth belongs to Juba of South Sudan, which officially became the capital in July of 2011. The population of this capital is around 500,000. Number 8. The continent of South America covers an area of just under 18 million kilometers squared, of which Brazil makes up 48% of this entire size. The same applies for the population of the continent too, which is around 442 million, of which Brazil accounts for pretty much half. Number 9. Speaking of continents, Asia is the world's largest by both size and population. At 44 million kilometers squared and a population of some 4.7 billion, it is responsible for 30% of Earth's land and 60% of Earth's entire population. Number 10. The largest country in Africa is Algeria. It covers an area of just under 2.
I assume a lot of it is not really possible to live because it's just desert, like it's next to the Sahara. Part of it is the Sahara, I guess. Not next to, yeah. A lot of it is the Sahara. I guess, is the northern region of Algeria the main spot where people, most people live? I assume it's probably the case, but I don't actually know.
4 million kilometers squared, accounting for nearly 8% of Africa's total land area. The country ranks 10th overall for the world's largest countries. Number 11. The largest sea on Earth is perhaps a sea you might not have thought of. Well, for me anyway.
Largest sea?
It's a sea that I rarely ever hear about.
Philippine Sea.
It is the Philippine Sea, which covers an area of some 5.7 million kilometers
But
squared.
let's be real. These are all the same sea. Like the East China Sea, the South China Sea, these are all the same sea. I'm being a bit pedantic here, but come on now. Let's be real.
That's a larger area than two.
I mean, I'm saying this. I mean, if I'm using this way, then everything, like the entire ocean, is just all the same. So I am probably waffling a little bit, alright, but come on now. Like, how do they section the East China Sea? I get the South China Sea because there's a lot of islands in between, but the East China Sea, there's barely any islands there. But you know what? Who am I to say any of it? I'm just waffling. Let's be real.
Argentina's. Number 12. Excluding continental landmasses, Greenland is the largest island on Earth, covering an area of some 2.13 million kilometers squared. Number 13. The population of the borough of Manhattan in New York City is around 1.6 million. This is a higher population than around 44 countries around the world, including the likes of Bahrain, Estonia, and Fiji. Number 14. There are 14 countries across Oceania, of which only one country has a physical land border, being Papua New Guinea with Indonesia.
That's
Number
crazy.
15. At just under 224 million, Nigeria is Africa's most populated country. It accounts for around 15% of the continent's entire population. As large as Nigeria's population is, it is still 6.2 times lower than that of India's, the world's current most populated country. Number 16. Isthmuses are narrow strips of land that connect two large bodies of water or land masses. Panama is an example of an isthmus country, as it connects the continents of South and North America together. Number 17. The country with the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites belongs to Italy, who has
Italy.
59 in total.
You just
That
tell
is
the
53
aura.
cultural sites and 6 natural. China comes in a close second with 57. However, its
Germany's
split
up
for
there.
natural versus cultural is quite different, with 39 cultural and 14 natural. Number 18. Around the world, there are 44 landlocked countries. That's 44 countries without direct access to the world's oceans, the largest of which is Kazakhstan, who at just over 2.7 million kilometers squared is the world's 9th largest country. Number 19.
Oh, I mean, there's a little. I guess this ocean or this sea wouldn't count as being land. Wouldn't count as it like being not landlocked because it's still surrounded by countries. But it's got a lot of watery areas, so I guess people can sort of go to them. And it's, I guess, like here for example, this lake or whatever you want to call it will have areas that are beachy anyway. I don't know if that's why I'm considering like that. But when I think of a landlocked country, I'm always thinking they have no beaches to go to. But they've got this here, you know, this ocean here, this sea here.
Kilometers
ocean.
squared is the world's 9th largest country. Number 19. In the Democracy Index, which ranks how democratic/authoritarian a country is, the countries who have democratic in their name scored just 3.89 out of 10, whereas those
Wow.
who don't scored 5.6.
That's such a
Number
lie.
20. At just under 7.7 million kilometers squared, Australia is the largest country in Oceania. It is in fact so large that it accounts for 86% of Oceania's entire size. Next would be Papua New Guinea, followed by New Zealand. Number 21. With 17, the UK has the most overseas territories on Earth.
Result.
Although the days of the British Empire are far gone, it still has the most on Earth, eclipsing France by just 1. Number 22. In 2024, the fertility rate for women around the world was 2.41. This means the average woman gives birth to 2.41 babies. This is a 0.33% decline from the previous year and a 0.41% decline from the year before that. When this number drops to less than 2.1 is when we'll see Earth's population start to decline. Number 23. Sticking with the theme of fertility rates, South Korea ranks rock bottom with an incredibly worrying 0.68, meaning its population has actually peaked and is now starting to decline. Its population today is around 51.7 million, but by the year 2070 it's predicted to drop to just 36 million. Number 24. With a score of 0.967 out of 1, Switzerland is the most developed country on Earth if going by the Human Development Index rating. Norway comes in a close second, followed by Iceland. Number 25. The most densely populated island country on Earth is Singapore, with a density of around 7,800 people per kilometre squared. The country covers an area of just 728 kilometers squared, with a population of some 5.7 million. Number 26. The Nordic countries, which includes Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway and Sweden, have a combined population of just 27 million. That's about the same population as Madagascar.
Oh, wow.
However,
Madagascar's got 27 million people. I think Madagascar is a country that I know least about out of every country in the world. Like, other than the film, who goes to Madagascar? Is it just called Madagascar? What's it called? When the animals go to Madagascar, or they live in Madagascar or something. That's what I used to think of Madagascar. Like, I used to think of this like jungly, just island full of wildlife. I don't know anything about the cities and stuff, but yeah, maybe I'm gonna have to do a little deep dive into Madagascar, to learn a bit more about it.
the Nordics have an economy size of around 1.8 trillion US dollars, compared to just 16 billion in Madagascar.
So this is Madagascar. I mean, this little bit here looks quite nice. I'm assuming this is Madagascar. I don't think any of the Nordic countries have this scenery. But actually, no, I think this has got to be the Nordic countries. This looks very nice. And if he's saying the GDP in Madagascar is so low, I don't think it would look like this.
An economy size of around 1.8 trillion
So,
US.
This is going to be the Nordic countries for sure. Actually, I don't know why I didn't think it was the Nordic countries. I mean, there definitely is places that look like this, especially when it's so many islands and stuff.
Dollars. Compared to just 16 billion in Madagascar. That's an economy size some 112 times smaller. Number 27. Damn. At just 300 kilometers squared, the Maldives is Asia's smallest country. The country is made up of just 1,200 coral islands, the largest of which is just 7.3 kilometers squared. Number 28. At 114,700 kilometers squared, Benin of Northwest Africa is the 100th largest country on Earth. It is slightly larger than Honduras, but smaller than Eritrea. Number 29. At just under 10 million kilometers squared, Canada is the largest country in North America. It accounts for 41% of the continent's entire size. The US comes in a close second at 39%. Number 30. The world's 100th most populated country at the time of making this video is Sierra Leone, with a population of around 8.5 million. This accounts for just over 0.1% of all humans on Earth. Number 31. Going by official UN names, the country with the longest name on Earth is the UK, as its full name is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, 46 characters long. On the flip side, there are 10 countries who share the title of
Chad has got to be the coolest name, man. He's just called Chad. What a Chad, man. You love that.
World's shortest country name,
Chad.
Excluding acronyms, of course. Some examples are Chad, Oman, Fiji and Peru. Number 33. At 371,000 kilometers squared, the Caspian Sea is technically the world's largest lake. It covers an area larger than that of the country of Germany. Excluding the Caspian, which has the word sea in it, the next largest will be Lake Superior in Canada/the US. Number 34. Now, we all know that the Amazon is the world's largest rainforest. Amazon. If your geography is good, you'll know that the Congo is the second largest. But what is the third largest rainforest on?
I didn't know that, to be honest. Now I do.
Earth. Well, that would be the rainforest known as the Australasian Realm, which runs up the northeast coast of Australia.
Australia has rainforests? Damn. But he said the East Coast, because if he says the East Coast, then maybe I would have actually heard about it. I don't know why that would make it.
Earth. Well, that would be the rainforest known as the Australasian Realm, which runs up the northeast coast of Australia and into New Guinea.
So does it go through Canberra? Because I know Canberra is a very green city. Is that? Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't know if Canberra would be built in a rainforest.
35. There is a volcano on Earth that spews blue lava, known as Kawah Ijen on the island of Java, Indonesia.
Java's got
Its
it all.
lava is blue due to the extremely high quantities of sulfuric gases emerging at high pressures and temperatures. Number 36. There are 4 countries on Earth with the word Guinea in their name, being Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and Equatorial Guinea in Africa, as well as Papua New Guinea in Oceania. Number 30.
Oh, it's not going to describe why? I wonder, maybe Guinea's like a name for like a country in another language or something? I don't really know why it would be. Guinea. Especially when Papua New Guinea is so far from the others.
37. There is an index ranking known as the Fragile States Index. For this, countries are ranked on how weak their central government is in having control over its territory. For this index, Somalia ranks first and Norway ranks last. Of course, being first is a bad thing and ranking last is a very good thing. Number 38. The Dover Strait / English Channel is the world's busiest shipping lane, with some 500 or so ships passing through it daily. Its narrowest point is just 33 kilometers. Number 39. Although a relatively vague term, the region known as the Middle East consists of 16 UN countries alongside Palestine, an observer country. The total population of this region is 460 million. Number 40. From the years 2015 to 2020, the country with the highest percentage population growth rate was Bahrain, whose population increased by 4.26%. This increase was due to migrant workers seeking higher paying jobs. Oman comes in second and has a similar story, whereas third place Niger simply ranks as high due to its high birth rate. Number 41. Going by official UN names, there is no country on Earth that begins with the letter W or X. There is of course Wales, but that falls under the sovereign country of the United Kingdom. Number 42. There are 11 countries in total with land in their name. For example, we have Poland, Iceland, Finland, the Solomon Islands, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Number 43. At the time of making this video, the DR Congo has a population of some 106 or so million. Skip forward 50 years and this is projected to more than double to 335 million, around the same population as that of the US today. Number 44. The average country elevation is 840 meters, with the highest being Bhutan at 3,280 and the lowest...
But they're the averages. Jesus, man. That is mad. The average is... I mean, who doesn't know, like, Nepal's, like, it's, like, pretty much all in the Himalayas, but... Jesus.
Meters, with the highest being Bhutan at 3,280 and the lowest being the Maldives at just 1.5 meters. Number 45. Papua New Guinea is the country with the most spoken languages on Earth, with an incredible 840. This accounts for over 11% of all spoken languages on the planet. This is honestly crazy considering the population is just over 10 million. Number 46. The smallest country in South America is Suriname, who covers an area of just 169,000 kilometers squared. This ranks this northeastern South American country as the 90th largest on Earth. Number 47. In the year 1804, the population of Earth hit 1 billion. Some 123 years later, it had doubled to 2 billion. Now, let's compare this to the jump from 7 to 8 billion, which took...
crazy. So, from 6 to... he's actually going to say it, isn't he?
Just 11 years, the lowest...
So, between here, he said already, then there's 33 years between 2 and 3, 14 between 3 and 4, 13 between 4 and 5, 12 between 5 and 6, 12 between 6 and 7, 11 between 7 and 8. Okay, so 15 between 8 and 9, so it's slowing down again. But it's still going up quite fast. Because they were active in... From the 60s to... Well, to now. They've been active, man. Jeez.
We will ever see, as to hit 9 billion is projected to take 15 years. Number 48. At 55,200 kilometers squared, Devon Island is the largest uninhabited island on the planet. found deep into Canada's north, this island is around the same size as the country of Croatia, whose population is some 4 million. Number
Madness.
49. Germany is the most populated country found solely in Europe, with a population of some 83.2 million. Turkey and Russia do have populations larger, but they also stretch into Asia, making them both transcontinental. Number 50. Africa is the continent with the most UN countries, with 54 in total. South America has the least with just 12. That is, of course, if we exclude Antarctica. Number 51. The Caucasus is
51. I told myself I'm going to do 50 because this is a long video. But 50 geography facts. I'm thinking to do basically a part 2. That's just why I'm doing that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Brother, you cannot call yourself the Geography Bible if you think Mount Everest height is the same length as the US-Canada border. Okay, I missed that. It's going to come up. But hopefully you enjoyed these geography facts. And hopefully you learned something in this video. Hopefully there wasn't any misinformation, because based on that comment I assume there's probably some wrong facts here. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.